Doja rocks around the clock. Don't stop. DJ rocks around the clock. Don't stop. The Bonnie rocks around the clock. Don't stop. Mama's rock around the clock. Don't stop. Lower shit. Don't stop. Lower shit. Lower shit. Lower shit. Don't stop. Lower shit. Lower shit. Lower shit. Don't stop.
Lordship. And this is not free roots. What's up? This is his lordship. And we doing the late night live like we always do. You know, I like people to, I don't know, I feel like Santa Claus where you wake up in the morning and you see all your gifts. You see the gifts that were left behind. So I want people to be able to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep the talking to a minimum so other people can use the audio and skip through it, and they can do their own narrative over it. They can come up with their own conclusions and make their own statements and phrases. And I do give permission for anyone to use this live for the purpose of teaching and making people aware and exposing people. And this live is courtesy of Solar. I'd like to thank him for blocking me on IG today. So I was very inspired to do this show amongst others that will come and amongst the ones I've already did. Because, you know, he don't practice what he preach. He preached peace, happiness, and he told stories about avoiding fights and stuff. But when I told him to, you might want to put less of your business online, and I said, what's next? You know, what you gonna do next live? Anal bleaching? And I was blocked. You see, no sense of humor. And I was dead ass serious. Peace Infections, Mr. Sims in the building, you right on time. Now, I am known to do audio forensics. And this is not the first time. I have done this before. When Labanya had a car accident, I was able to isolate the impact sound to prove that I was able to isolate the point of impact and enhance that sound where you actually heard the car get hit, the accident that she caused. We could have sent that audio to her insurance company, but I don't troll like that. Also, when the car started chasing her because she wouldn't pull over, we was able to discern and isolate that sound from the rest of the audio too. So this audio right here is light work. Him talking to the Russian lady who seemed like a very nice lady. This, you know, Russians, I know Russians. Okay, nice people. They all ain't the same, and there are different types. You know, there are even Jewish Russians out there, okay? And they all don't get along. They all don't have the same beliefs. But I'm going to tell you one thing about Russians that they have in common. They don't call the police. They're not police callers. And I don't want to stereotype Russians, but I gave the little introduction before I said these stereotypes. Also, you know, for a person that claims to be the Messiah and God and all that stuff, he is ignorant as hell. And I'm so glad he's ignorant, because this is going to prove why he's never getting out. Because he doesn't listen, and he doesn't care to understand where somebody else is coming from. And if you're going to exist in a world where everybody thinks one way, and they're used to society being one way, that took time to get that way over time, because it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of evolution, social evolution, to get to this point. And then he's going to step in and be like, fuck all that. Fuck what you got to say. Fuck your feelings. I ain't trying to hear what you're trying to tell me right now. I'm the center of attention. This is my world. I mean, he even said it in the video when he beat up Malia and she ran out the house, which wasn't the first time. One time she ran out the house like Miles Davis' wife, his first one. Malia ran out the house like Miles Davis' first wife, and ran to someone's car butt naked, and Miles Davis' wife ran to the neighbor's butt naked, and they put a blanket on her and brought her into the house. And then she left Miles Davis for Marlon Brando. But that's another story. What's up, midwife in the building, Taryn Heron in the building. I'm glad that you guys got orchestra pit seats for today's show. Everybody else is going to have to watch from the balcony if they don't show up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was from the book by Quincy Troop, the only official Miles Davis autobiography. But we're going to break down carbonation. I'm going to do several shows that I feel haven't been done. I don't want to get in on nobody else's actions, so I'm not going to do the type of shows that they do. So I'm gonna do stuff like audio forensics. I got a 700-page book on black psychology and all this stuff. So I really want to give Solar his credit and his, because he was very inspirational in me deciding, you know what, he guilty too. That motherfucker is just as guilty as the rest, and hopefully when he snitch, he'll get a lighter sentence or get immunity for snitching, because he, if Nature Boy get 25, he should get 15. If Nature Boy get 60 years, then Solar should get 30. Okay? Straight up. Because when the Manson family did their murder, the driver who didn't even go in the house, the driver got sent up the river. You know what I'm saying? Everybody involved. If you had put tires, gave the car an oil change before they took it to go do the murder, that person went up the river. They got gang injunctions where you just got to prove the slightest, teeniest connection. You could have gave somebody some papers for their joint before they went to go commit a murder, and you going up the river too. So anyway, I don't want to get off the thing. What's up, Indian Exposed, Midwife? My first time catching a live. I usually just admire your produced videos. Thank you very much. And now you're going to see how I do it in person, like live in action. So let me hit that Hollywood intro right quick.
Suspended animation of a gray expansion casting shadows over the sun. Somewhere in the river of time and space, we have died. It has happened already. Somewhere in the river of time and space, the sleeping water explodes.
Somebody better send Solar a DM and tell him, hey bro, I think you blocked the wrong one. Dude is cool. His lordship really don't be tripping like that. His lordship wasn't out to get you. He was just, just doing his thing. He's like a comedian. He's like a Black Saturday Night Live. He don't really fuck with people like that. But if you do block him or do something that really wasn't, justified, his lordship just go all out. I'm like Columbo. I'm a big fan. I know every episode of Columbo by heart. No, I'm kidding. So anyway, but I am a big fan of Columbo. But and I've learned a lot from the years and years of watching Kojak, Barney B. Jones, Magnum P.I., you know what I'm saying, Columbo, Scotland Yards, what's his name over in England? Yeah, I'm moments away from taking my test for private investigation, and I already have other licenses in that arena that allow me to do limited things. Okay. So yeah, just tell him, hit me up, Lordship 2020, a little simple apology. He can apologize and unblock me, or he can just unblock me, or he can apologize and don't unblock me. Take your pick. I'll be happy with any of those. Redbone in the building. What's up? Risa in the building. Yeah, I'm trying to, Evelyn Underwood, everybody, of course I'm trying to stall to see if a couple of more people are going to come in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let you hear this audio, and anybody can replay it, copy it, screen record it, and use it to further expose this group, because this dude is an embarrassment to us all. He's really not a threat like Jim Jones or somebody, but little things turn into big things. Little problems, a little drip in the faucet turns into a faucet that you can't cut off after a while. You know what I'm saying? A slow leak eventually turns into a flat tire. So that's why I do these things. And he's about to make national news soon. So we need to make sure that these things are not brushed over. Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna mute myself and play with the audio a little bit, and then I'll talk. And if you want to snatch a little piece out, if I talk too much or something like that, I apologize. But I'm trying to run the show at the same time. Oh, I heard that. You just got back? Well, I'm glad you made it back safely. So you're going to be really amazed, because I think everybody's heard this audio on the T, courtesy of the T. But, when you're staring at them and their clothes and the people and the camera and the wind blowing and all that shit, you kind of brush over the conversation. So this time we're just going to focus only on the audio. Okay? And make sure if you're in the building, whether you speaking or not, where you speaking or not, just watching, I appreciate it if you hit the like button and all that stuff. Ain't too much that I haven't did except walk across the desert to a pyramid. Get away from the crazy things. Just look. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mute my microphone.
And I understand. She screamed. She didn't get away. She didn't get away. She broke my property. She basically broke my property right there. Smashed it, screamed. I'm your neighbor. How you doing?
I know. I'm doing bad.
And I understand. She screamed. She didn't get away.
We're going to do a lot of rewinding and stuff, because I don't want you to miss anything that this lady is saying. We focusing on her, not him. All he doing is lying. All he doing is telling, like, he has a lie university. He the first lie he told out the gate is, "This is my property," and then they checked him on it, and then he had to cop down to a renter. And whether he's an owner or a renter, there's two different contracts for ownership and rentership, and he don't even know that they might have moved there for the quietness. Now this lady keeps saying that it is so quiet that it's like crickets. Like, it's so quiet that the only thing you can hear is crickets or something like that. She kept emphasizing that. She kept trying to tell him this is a quiet neighborhood and people work from home during the day, and some people have to go to work in the morning and they need their sleep at night, and then during the day they need their quiet because they're working in their home office. These people probably pay a home association and all that stuff. I'm glad you all ears. It's your happy birthday too. You a youngster. You a youngster. You still young. I wish I could be 46 again. It is all good. That's a blessing. So first I'm going to be quiet, and you're going to hear me trying to make the audio sound better. And then I'm going to let it rock, and I'm going to loop certain statements that the lady makes, okay? And because she's speaking English as a second language, he's running all over her and not allowing her to speak and dismissing what she's saying when what she is saying is more important than what he's saying, because he's just a renter and she's the owner, and she know more than him about there, and he should be all ears, because no matter what you say to her and smile and nod your head and you think because you got your point across that it did something, it didn't do nothing. It's like all they're going is, this guy is an asshole, he's unreasonable, he's not listening to what we're saying, he's just satisfied with what he's only satisfied with what he said to them. But what she is saying and her neighbors or whatever, this is the most important thing, because they're the ones they have a leg to stand on. And then he tried to say he was an owner, and they like, bullshit, because they probably have home association meetings where they all sit in the same room or the garage. They know each other. You the new face, and ever since you been there, they haven't been able to hear the crickets anymore, basically. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me mute my mic.
And I understand. She screamed. She didn't get away. She didn't get away. She broke my property. She basically broke my property right there and smashed it and screamed. And I'm your neighbor. How you doing?
I know I'm doing bad.
You doing bad?
It's a lot of noise.
But I gave you my numbers.
It's a lot of noise during the night as well. Everything. It doesn't matter. It's. You see how everybody is quiet. Nobody is ever like. It's always like mosquitoes here.
Mosquitoes?
Wait, you can hear mosquitoes. Like it's so quiet.
Oh.
But it's like this. I thought somebody is getting killed.
No, I told you.
This is what like I was about to call 911.
My property right there and smashed it and screamed. And I'm your neighbor. How you doing?
I know I'm doing bad.
You doing bad?
It's a lot of noise.
But I gave you my numbers.
It's a lot of noise during the night as well. Everything. It doesn't matter. It's. You see how everybody is quiet. Nobody is ever like. It's always like mosquitoes here.
Mosquitoes?
Wait, you can hear mosquitoes. Like it's so quiet.
Oh.
But it's like this. I thought somebody is getting killed.
No, I told you.
This is what like I was about to call 911.
No. What I'm telling you is that we gave you our number. We gave everybody a number. We told you that we're going to be shooting a documentary.
She said, it is quiet as mosquitoes. It's so quiet that you can hear the mosquitoes. But I think she was talking about the crickets, okay? And what she said is very, very important. Yeah, you can hear, maybe mosquitoes make a sound. I don't know. Maybe they do. But I do know how loud it can be in, as far as insects and animals. Yeah, you're right. It's not the country where one home could be 2 miles from the other. This is one of those suburban neighborhoods that's full of several cul-de-sacs. You see what I'm saying? And it might even have some form of a gate, but I know that they crashed a car. I know that Malia has ran out butt naked and ran up to somebody's car before. This ain't the first time. It was, and, she said that she thought somebody got murdered. She thought someone was dying. And for Nature Boy to be so conscious and all this stuff, he said that you will see. Nature Boy sounded, some people tried to say, well, I know that part of the South and they, No, the only person that sounded racist in this whole little segment was Nature Boy. He sounded like a self-hater, not the Russian lady, because, they be having it rough too. Not all Russians are rich, but they got their little thing too. I mean, I know a lot of Russian people, and a lot of them get into trouble and stuff, and the other ones are quite comfortable. And then you got some that are really like fight the power, like, you know, they really like militant. But this lady, she said it. I don't, you know, I only call the police if I think somebody dying. And when I heard the girl yell, I thought somebody got killed. That's the only reason I would have called the police. Other than that, I don't call the police. It was probably the neighbors behind you. So anyway, I think I've isolated the audio a little bit more, and we're gonna run it back. But I just took about a 9-minute segment out of this, so I'm gonna let it run through while I'm trying to enhance it, and then we'll try to isolate certain statements made by the lady. Okay.
Always like mosquitoes here. Like you can hear mosquitoes. Like it's so quiet. Oh, but it's like this. I thought somebody is getting hit.
No, I just watch.
This is what like I was about to call 911.
No. What I'm telling you is that we gave you our number. We gave everybody number. We told you that we're going to be shooting documentaries. We gave everybody the neighborhood. I made sure I sent you.
But I told you when we. This is not commercial neighborhood. This is residential neighborhood.
I understand.
You're not supposed to do music videos, movies,
On my property, I can shoot.
No, you can't. It's not.
Legally, I can do that. Can I not, sir?
We have
I don't know that's your property, but you own that property?
Yeah.
Oh, you bought it from John?
White people, they be knowing their property. They be knowing the owner. It's all public record. I mean, if somebody move in, look, the first day that he moved in, they went and checked public records. Okay. He said, my property. Well, I mean, I live there or whatever. You hear that bullshit? I ain't gonna start from the very beginning, but here we go.
And I understand. She screamed. She didn't get away. She didn't get away. She broke my property. She basically broke. And
And the subdivision policies, you cannot.
What?
You cannot do movies here, any commercial activities, leasing the properties for any other reason but that living here.
Right.
And only people who are.
When I told the guy that I rent from that I was doing this, and he knows, and everybody knows. I gave everybody my number. I said, if anything.
He went from saying my property to I told the guy that I rent from. She checked the fuck out of him. And he kept over talking her. Why would you over talk the person who really have the upper hand? And, you know, the lady seemed pretty smart. You know, like you ain't gonna be able to run that game you run on your disabled crew, you know, the disabled members in your code. You can't run that game on her. Them houses ain't cheap. You know, people work hard. People are working from home because of the pandemic. And then he's going to say, well, he kept trying to, you know how some people, you try to talk to them and then they go, well, I've been overseas, motherfucker. So he was like, well, I just moved back from Puerto Rico and everybody plays live music. Really? Or is it just the hood in Puerto Rico? Is there a neighborhood equivalent to the neighborhood that he lives in? And do they play live music in that neighborhood? Everybody got a suburb in their country somewhere. They got a south side and the east side. You know? So anyway, let's get back to it.
gets too loud to call me. This is what I did.
I don't know. I don't have your number.
Hold on.
I don't have your number.
Hold on,
sir.
ma'am. Hold on. Let me get something, ma'am. I want you to know that, first of all, I'm not meaning to harm or disturb anyone. This is why I did this way. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe my guys didn't give you my numbers. I told them to come here to give you the number to make sure that if things got too loud, you would text me and I would turn things down because we knew that it would be loud because there was multiple people here. I did this prior. I let the owner know. I let everybody know this prior to what's going on.
Now, I just have the audio. I have the video, but I'm only using the audio. But I can imagine the expression on this lady's face. Now, she understands English very well and speaks English very well. And she understands, when somebody's being facetious or condescending or, you know what I'm saying? She's not stupid. So she's trying to tell him one thing and he's trying to tell her something else. Who gives a fuck about your phone number? And how you gonna tell? See, what he did was, as soon as he got there, he said, I got these trolls fucking with me. I'm staying in the neighborhood. I own the property. I'm going to be shooting documentaries, so it's going to be a little noisy, but don't worry about it. Just give me a call if we get too loud or whatever. And everybody's scratching their head like, motherfucker, who is you? And have you read the contract, your rental contract? Because we have rules as owners in our HOA or whatever, as well. We had made an agreement of how our tenants are going to act here if we decide not to live here and we rent the place out. And these are firm. They could be fines or civil court over this bullshit. People can lose their property over this shit. And this dude comes in with his friends with their muscle cars. They borrowed somebody's Prince car and wrecked it over there. And then every now and then you got somebody running out the house screaming like a banshee getting beat for a mile or two down the street. And then Nature Boy says, that's just how black people act. And, it happens sometimes because black people, that's how they act. That sounds like a coon to me. So anyway, let's get it.
And I apologize to you, and I understand this disturbance. This is just for my safety, you know what I'm saying? This is a video for me. So because the owner knows that I told him everything that was going to be happening. That's why he came by and said, just keep it a little lower. He came by because there was complaints. They called in, but I had let the owner know, and I gave numbers to all my neighbors to let them know if you had any, because obviously sound is different from this end than that end.
Yes.
So I said, here's my number. If anything gets called, just send a text message, say it's a little too loud, and we'll turn it down for you because we realize we're in a quiet neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And that's simply what happened. Now, what happened with this girl is that I'm dealing with black people. And you know how we are. And I know what I'm saying to you is that every now and then you're going to get an ignorant person. This isn't even, and no matter if you have 7 group of people of any color, there's going to be altercations that happen, and I apologize. We had it under control. We let you know we got everything under control. This girl, she just had an attitude. She broke some property and she ran up the block, and we just got her out of the neighborhood.
Guys, there is certain we understand after 11 it has I live and I work shifts. Right. Okay, I work at night.
Is there any way I can give
sleep.
You guys my number because I'm really sorry.
After 11 it has I live and I work shifts. Right. Okay, I work at. We understand after 11 it has I live and I work shifts. Right. Okay, I work at. We understand after 11 it has I live and I work shifts. Right. Okay, I work. Understand after 11.
You hear that? She's trying to tell him that she works shifts and she has to sleep at night so she could be alert during the day. She cannot do her job sleepy. That's what she's trying to express to him. You know what I'm saying? He's saying fuck what you saying, and she's saying fuck what you saying. But she has all the power because she's a owner. And even if she wasn't, there's still rules that renters have to abide by, that the owners establish for their community. This is not a neighborhood to shoot commercials, music videos, any of that shit. And you telling me you going to shoot documentaries? Do you understand? He came into the neighborhood and told them what he's going to do as a renter in their neighborhood, and didn't even care to find out if people got babies, people got home businesses, people may teach real estate at home, all kind of stuff. And then you got all this trap music and, Pice and all them, when they working on music, the shit is loud. And then they got, they bring the speakers out to the backyard. You see what I'm saying? And then he's talking to her, and I guess he forgot that he's a 40-year-old man with a bunch of youngsters around him. He really, really lacks self-awareness, and this audio here really proves that he's not in touch with reality or the real world or society. And when he goes to court like this, he's going to seal his own fate, because he's not going to listen. But I'm glad court is very structured. You could be held in contempt of court and all kind of stuff. And let's see if he says the same thing he says in his videos about people, races, women, situations. Let's see if he say the same exact thing in court as he does in his videos. You see what the lady trying to say to him. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna loop what she said, then I'm gonna move the loop over to him interrupting her again, cutting her off, and saying what he's saying. Yes, he said, you know how we are. Now, that's some cool shit right there. That's not on code. Okay?
We understand after 11 it has there.
After 11
I live and I work shifts.
Right.
Okay, I work at night.
Is there any way I
have
can
to
give you
sleep.
guys my number? Because I'm really sorry about that, because I understand that I'm inconveniencing you. That's why
I'm
I would like
writing
to give
a
you
number
my...
because
Can you please take my number? Is there any way
I
I
have
can
to
give you
sleep.
guys my number? Because I'm really sorry about that, because I understand that I'm inconveniencing you. That's why I
I'm
would like to
writing a
give you
number
my...
because
Can you please take my number? Is there any way
I
I
have
can
to
give you
sleep.
guys my number? Because I'm really sorry about that, because I understand that I'm inconveniencing
and I work shifts.
Right.
Okay, I work at night.
Is there any way I
have
can
to
give you
sleep
guys-
when it has there.
After 11
I live and I work shifts.
Right.
Okay, I work at night.
Is there any way
I
I
have
can
to
give
sleep.
you guys my number? Because I'm really sorry about that, because I understand that I'm inconveniencing you. That's why I
I'm
would like to
writing a
give you
number
my...
because
Can you please take my number down, guys? Are you being disturbed?
I have another question for you.
She screamed really loud.
Yes, she did.
I was afraid.
I just got scared.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
why we coming out here.
Yeah.
She screamed really loud, and she had an attitude. She screamed really loud.
Yes, she did.
I was afraid.
I just got scared.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
why we coming out here.
Yeah.
She screamed really loud, and she had an attitude. She screamed really loud.
Yes, she did.
I was afraid.
I just got scared.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
why we coming out here.
Yeah.
She screamed really loud, and she had an attitude. She smashed it.
What are you guys filming? What is it?
No. We teach spirituality.
Yeah.
Okay.
We teach spirituality. I'm a spiritualist.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she smashed it.
What are you guys filming? What is it?
No. We teach spirituality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, this is also proof that Nature Boy is a coon. You know what I mean? You know how people go after I can't think of his name. He kind of talks with we ain't gonna go there, but another guy, he's older. He talks with like a fat tongue or whatever. He interviewed Tommy before, but I'm just saying they go after people like them, but they don't pretend to be Hotep or nothing. You see what I'm saying? This dude pretends to be straight conscious. You know what I'm saying? and he is cooning hard right now. You heard what he said. You know, I'm gonna run that back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we
Are you,
smashed it.
what are you guys filming? Like,
No. We teach spirituality.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we teach
Okay.
spirituality. Spirituality, and it is Christian based, so it's like it's not anything like thug or crazy or anything like that. It's all Christian based, so it's like it's spirituality, and it is Christian based, so it's like it's not anything like thug or crazy or anything.
See, there was a lot of distractions when we saw it live, and when when we watched it with the video, there was plenty of distractions. You know, like we chatting in the chat room, we watching the imagery, the weird clothes they got on. You know, we trying to see what the lady looked like. So here we have it with no distractions, just the audio. And he said he's a spiritual teacher, and our religion or whatever is Christian based. All that shit they talk about the Bible and Jesus and all that, and he forgot to tell them that he thinks he is Jesus, the Messiah, and then he upgraded to thinking he's God. And he said it ain't thuggery or thuggish. It ain't no thug stuff. Don't he sound like he sound Caucasian and they sound black? You know what I'm saying? Let's run that back.
It's spirituality, and it is Christian based, so it's like it's not anything like thug or crazy or anything like that. It's all Christian based, so it's like it's spirituality, and it is Christian based, so it's like it's not anything like thug or crazy or anything like that. It's all Christian based, so it's like it's ain't nobody here doing drugs or any drug dealing or anything like that. It's clean. It's a pretty straight shoot. You can tell that we're not like, yo, son, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're coming over there like that. No, we're educated. It's not that kind of group of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have anything. Nobody here doing drugs or any drug dealing or anything like that. It's clean. It's a pretty straight shoot. You can tell that we're not like, yo, son, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're coming over there like that. No, we're educated. It's not that kind of group of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have anything. Nobody here doing drugs or any drug dealing or anything like that. It's clean. It's a pretty straight shoot. You can tell that we're not like, yo, son, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're coming over there like that. No, we're educated. It's not that kind of group of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have anything. Now my boy comes over here with his locked car, and I tell him stop doing that because my neighbor he does that just to be an a-hole. He got a fast car, so he's like, I'm like, you know, my neighbors, stop doing that. They're gonna get real angry because I'm being loud over here. But I do want to give you my phone number so that you can have it. So we're human beings, right? So you can say, hey man, that's a little loud. Okay. Now my boy comes over here with his locked car, and I tell him stop doing that because my neighbor he does that just to be an a-hole. He got a fast car, so he's like, I'm like, you know, my neighbors, stop doing that. They're gonna get real angry because I'm being loud over here. But I do want to give you my phone number so that you can have it. So we're human beings, right? So you can say, hey man, that's a little loud. Okay. Instead of calling the cops, which makes a scene.
I never if I call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I don't want to
Absolutely.
be
I would have thought that
in the
too.
news. If I call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I never if I call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I never if I call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I never if I call.
I knew you guys would peep game. That's why I'm letting you hear for yourself and come up with your own conclusions. The lady said, I never called the cops. It's just that I thought somebody was being killed. You know? And he trying to downplay it like, oh yeah, some of the women get upset sometime and they go off, but that's just, black culture. That's just how blacks act. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to let that go because you got black people in the neighborhood now. But he ain't the only black person in the neighborhood. There's at least one other person who's popular on YouTube, and they don't get a peep out of him. I forgot his name though, but my audience is smart. I'm sure somebody will say something in the chat or in the comments.
Call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I never, if I call cops, you guys will know about this. Like I said, I'm calling the cops.
Right.
Because I thought somebody is getting killed. I don't want to
Absolutely.
be
I would have thought that
in the
too.
news tomorrow that my neighbor,
It's better,
somebody...
it's better that you get to know the people that's living next to you, so you know what's going
But
on, rather than
guys,
it be a
at night,
thing where it's like...
At night, during the day, and you know that at night, it's not once. I've heard police coming here. I've heard night during the day, and you know that at night it's not once. I've heard police coming here. I've heard at night during the day, and you know that at night it's not once. I've heard police coming here. I've heard.
Well, we got two reasons why police come here. Two reasons because I got a big following online.
I saw one. Okay, I remember one.
No, police come here all the time because people call here. Well, we got two reasons why police come here.
He thinks that he is explaining something to an idiot. He don't even know what her occupation is. Okay? He thinks that he's talking to, I don't know. But she been on point through the whole conversation, so on point that he don't even want to hear it. He keep over talking her and interrupting her when whatever she has to say, because she has a leg up, is more important than what he should be doing a lot of listening. And because the fast talking, just because people get tired of being over talked and they smile and let you walk away, doesn't mean that you won them over or you said something important. They're looking at you like this motherfucker crazy. He's going to be out of here soon. That's what they're saying to themselves. Oh, and another thing, in Russian culture, and I don't know how it is in other countries, but I know in Russian culture, when you come at them with a smile, that's a red flag. When a person smiles at you and try to do business with you with a smile, it doesn't matter if they pull up in a taxi cab, if they're selling you jewelry or a cell phone or making you a bagel. If a motherfucker is smiling, don't trust them. Don't eat the bagel. Don't get in the car. That's the worst thing you do. A Russian doesn't trust a smiling face. I know it sounds crazy, but when you deal with them, have a straight face. If you walk up on them and smile, it's kind of like in Jersey. Not Jersey, but I'm using them for an example. If a person says, yo, you not from out here, huh? You better turn around real quick. It's two more motherfuckers that's finna hit you upside the head. So, but with Russians, the worst thing you can do, if you really want their respect or them to trust you, the lack of a smile would serve you better. The only reason they might let it go is because you're an American. But if it's two Russians dealing with each other, or if you in Russia, the least thing you want to do when it's come down to business or anything like that is smile. You're going to come off as a goofy. So he's talking to this lady. He keeps trying to finesse her. He don't know her culture. He don't even know her. And he's trying to win her over and finesse her. And it's a dying, losing battle, And she's trying to let him know, look, I'm not no fuddy-duddy, party pooper, police caller. It's just that I work. I do shifts. I have to sleep at night. This neighborhood is quiet during the day and during the night. And some of my neighbors work during the day at home. We don't need that shit day or night. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here we go.
Two reasons, because I got a big following online.
I saw one, okay? I remember one.
No, police come here all the time because people call here. Well, we got two reasons why police come here. Two reasons, because I got a big following online.
I saw one, okay? I remember one.
No, police come here all the time because people call here. Something's going on with the girls. Like,
But it's
troll us.
loud music at night.
Okay, now, and I understand that. What I'm saying to you is that
if this lady was a chess player, it would be, I bet you she'd be off the hook. Maybe she do play chess. Every time he try to smile, like he try to make her laugh, he try to put on a charm, she look at him and go, and make a statement. Like she hit him hard with a jab, like a dagger. He said, I have a lot of viewers, like I'm big on the internet. She like, I don't give a fuck. It's loud. He said the reason why the police come all the time is because the people troll me on the internet. I'm very popular on the internet. And she's like, fuck the internet. This is my neighborhood. And I'm not stupid. I'm not blind. I'm not deaf. It's loud music at night. That's why the police come. It has nothing to do with people online, and that might be a part of it, but really it's the shit you do off camera. People act like that they go into hibernation when the camera cuts off. It's more shit that happens when the camera's off than when the camera's on. You think it's off the hook when the camera's on. Imagine when the camera's off. And this lady, she don't even stay behind him. You have to pass her house to get to his house, but she don't even. It's the person that lives behind them that's probably calling. But here we go.
no music at night. You was turning music down at night.
Music at night.
Okay, now and I understand that. What I'm saying to you is that
But
sometimes
if you live there, you know that.
yes. So no music at night. You was turning music down at night. But
And
that's-
during the day, no music either.
During the day?
No,
No,
some
that's
scenes got music in them, but
no,
Yeah.
because guys,
we'll
like
close
I
the
said,
windows.
we
Close the
work,
windows.
and
That's-
during the day, no music either.
During the day?
No,
No,
Some
that's
scenes got music in them, but
no,
Yeah.
because guys,
we'll
like
close
I
the
said,
windows.
we work, like some people work during the day from their houses, and and unfortunately, maybe it's not very loud. Maybe I don't know inside the house, but some people work.
Look, you hear Neytiri co-signing in the background. That's Neytiri in the background co-signing. And the lady is saying, it's very, very loud. You should come to my house. You should turn on your music and then come over to my house and listen. And he's saying, well, we'll close the windows or you close the windows. And she said, no, the ground vibrates. The whole house shakes. And she's not even the nearest neighbor. And he's cracking jokes, which is the wrong direction to go to. Now, she cracked a joke to let him know that, you know, I'm not really trying to come down on you. I'm just trying to let you know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he told her to close the window. She ain't with the shits, period. That's what I'm saying. I like this lady. I don't know. You know, he think he could charm her like an idiot. No. Oh yeah, she's seen all kind of shit. I'm talking about butt naked women screaming and running for their life. It's a residential area, not a studio. What's up, Oceami? Yeah. So here we go.
Work during the day from their houses, and unfortunately, maybe it's not very loud. Maybe I don't know inside the house, but some people work during the day from their houses, and unfortunately, maybe it's not very loud. Maybe, I don't know, inside the house. But it goes under the, like through the ground, and it is really loud inside. Like my house, everything is shaking in my house. Just,
Really?
I'm serious. If it goes under the, like through the ground, and it is really loud inside. Like my house, everything is shaking in my house. Just,
Really?
I'm serious. If you don't believe me, turn the music on, come to my house, and this one, and see if you can sleep.
Here?
Just, yes, now, here. Just
Oh, you
the
live there?
next, just put, if you don't believe me, turn the music on, come to my house.
She said the ground shake, her whole house shake. She said, if you don't believe me, come to my house. Turn on your music and just come over and listen for yourself. You need to hear how you are disturbing us. And once again, he don't give a fuck.
And this one, and see if you can sleep.
Here?
Just, yes, now, here. Just
Oh, you
the
live there?
next, just, if you don't believe me, turn the music on, come to my house, and this one, and see if you can sleep.
Here?
Just, yes, now, here. Just
Oh, you
the
live there?
next, just for the sake of it.
Oh,
Turn,
you live there?
Yeah.
turn the music
Okay.
the way you hear it,
Yeah, yeah.
and come to my house and see if you can
Oh,
sleep
the
there.
back door? Is it the back door?
It doesn't matter. My windows are shut. My house is shaking. Just the way this built, my windows are shut. My house is shaking. Just the way this built, my windows are shut. My house is shaking. Just the way this built, it's probably not,
Yeah.
but just the way it goes
Feel
on the
the-
underground,
the-
everything, and it's
You mean if you hear if
shaking.
you hear the do like that?
It's not like doom the doom. It's like doom the doom the doom the doom. That's how
Oh,
it is.
sometimes we have the music in the backyard.
And I
Maybe
work
that's-
at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day. I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, you will
That's-
work at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day. I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, you will
That's-
understand
that's
me
why I come
too.
to talk to you.
That's
That's-
work at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day.
I work at night. I want to rest during the day. And if you spiritual, you would understand that. Oh my God. She killing the game.
You will
That's-
understand
that's
me
why I come
too.
to talk to you.
That's
Yes.
work at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day. I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, you will
That's-
understand.
that's-
I
that's-
work at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day. I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, you will
That's-
understand
that's
me
why I come
too.
to talk to you.
That's why I don't have music. Nobody has. Like everybody's. Like that's what
a
what
quiet
we used to.
neighborhood,
It's
right.
a very quiet neighborhood.
Ah, we
Like
can
I
do it.
said, when you moved, welcome. This is, we are very friendly here.
Yeah.
But
I come from Puerto Rico. Everybody play loud music. I'm sorry. I just got from Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, everybody's playing loud music.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, like,
I'm getting used to coming to a quiet neighborhood because I literally just moved here from Puerto Rico. Literally. And everybody in Puerto Rico is always a party.
Yeah.
Everybody's listening.
And we
You go
are
to this
not.
house, you eat, and it's music
This is
playing. It's
not
loud. Music in the backyard.
and I
That's-
work at night a lot.
Uh-huh.
I want to rest during the day. I'm also human being, and if you're spiritual, you will
That's-
understand.
Ah, we can
Like
do
I
it.
said, when you moved, welcome. This is, we are very friendly here.
Yeah.
But
I come from Puerto Rico. Everybody play loud music. I'm sorry. I just got from Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, everybody's playing loud music.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, like,
I'm getting used to coming to a quiet neighborhood because I literally just moved here from Puerto Rico. Literally. And everybody in Puerto Rico is always a party.
Yeah.
Everybody's listening.
And we
you go
are
to this
not.
house, you eat, and it's music
This is
playing. It's
not
loud.
the
It's loud
party
music. And the
neighborhood.
beach is right there. So I'm still
but
in Puerto Rico on my
you
mind.
have to understand, we also like.
Yes.
We used to the quiet, and that's why we
Yes.
have the jobs that we have. That some people work
It
from
correlates
home.
to where you
Some
live, right.
people like have shifts. Like I work shifts at night, so I want to relax at the day or in the evening. I need to sleep. It's otherwise what we're going to do, guys.
Right.
And for the sake of it, just when you turn the music, come to my house and see how it
No,
goes.
no, no.
I'm not.
But I just want to know what's the right decimal because it's like.
How loud?
You can see how uncomfortable it is in my
Can
house.
I give you my number?
I'm right here.
So we can like. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We can
But,
we can
right,
get this
like-
right. We can harmonize.
I'm-
You be like turn it down
I
to a
don't
little
have
more
guys
like give me a
anything
28.
against
I'm at
anybody
28. Is
who
that
lives
good?
here.
Like you know what I mean?
But it just have to be quiet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Because
Let's
I will lose
communicate.
my job.
Let's communicate.
Because I will not
Put
be
my number in your
sleeping.
phone.
Okay. And this was like, oof.
Okay, thank you for communicating. And it's that simple, right? It's that simple. Just talk to human beings. Talk to each other, and then if things can get done. Police making a scene like that girl just did. I feel like we should be adult enough to handle our own situations. And know that you're with someone in the neighborhood that wants to be cooperative, not someone that's trying to get.
Well, at least you know that if somebody is getting killed, everybody will step
Come
out,
out.
come out and
Yes,
don't.
I had to come out and let you know. My name
Okay.
is 3.
Okay,
Everybody call you 3.
okay, okay,
Everybody call you 3.
okay, okay, okay,
Everybody call you 3.
okay,
My name is 3.
okay,
Everybody call you 3. I had to come out and let you know. My name
Okay.
is 3.
okay.
Everybody call you 3. I had to come out and let you know.
Wow. Give me 1 second. Now, can you believe that? Can you believe that shit? The arrogance. I mean, this dude got a lot of nerves. And that's how, yeah, they're minions. That was Neytiri and them agreeing with him. You know, like cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying? But look, this is the way he does everyone, in every situation, everyone. You see, he talked to the police the same way, and that got him nowhere. Don't you know that once people think that you're crazy, they go into patronizing. They go into a patronizing mode where they patronize you. And if your ego is not that big, you'll catch it right away and switch up. But if you got a really big ego, you don't even know when somebody's patronizing you. You will see patronization, if that's a word, as some level of respect. You know, some people see fear as respect. But trust me, you don't want a man to fear you because he might use extreme methods to defend himself because he's afraid of you. You see what I'm saying? That's just like somebody saying, you better not be here when I get back. Well, shit, I'm not going to let you get to where you're going so you can come back. As soon as you turn your back to come back, when you turn your back, it's lights out. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get your wings. You see? I know a friend of mine played the finger in the pocket game to get out of a situation. He played the gun, the finger in the pocket, I got a gun. And when he turned around to walk away, he thought that he had them all spooked and they ain't finna fuck with him because he got a gun. And he let him go, dog. He strapped. And as soon as he turned around, they shot the nigga in the head. So, you know, I hope people realize that you cannot believe a word, not even a scuff that comes from him. Every single word is a lie. Every explanation, every storyline, everything that comes out of his mouth. And anybody that spent at least 5 years with him, they graduated as an expert liar. Like, they went to a liar. You want to know, everybody wants to know what the knowledge is, because they always speak of the knowledge and then they act like it's a big secret, you know. And not, you know, knowledge is a noun, so I don't know how they can say the knowledge. Nobody says speaks that way, but the knowledge is the ability to lie and not get caught. That's the knowledge. Expert liars. And one of his top graduates is out there running game on everybody. He's wearing his jewelry. He's trying to take his place. He done got robbed several times, and now he acting like he gave the jewelry away. He's been robbed several times. Right? And now, you know, he getting his teeth whitened. He's driving an Audi. He just got music equipment and shit. So, you know, what's really going on? Did he get a sign-in bonus from, you know, did he join Bigo and somebody gave him some money to get his shit together so he could make them some money on Bigo? That's the real mystery. Yeah, there ain't no knowledge. His new name is 33 and a third. Yeah, look, quiet as kept, man. Solar don't even like women. Okay? In my other video, you can see that his toes were painted, his toenails were painted, and his legs look like they've been waxed. And he getting his teeth clean and all kind of bullshit. And he's trying to hide how feminine he is, but he is very feminine. He is the opposite of of whom he portaled in from. Okay? I guess you could say I ain't gonna even, you know, I don't want to cause no arguments, or I don't want to offend nobody or nothing like that. You know, his lordship likes to be sarcastic. Just because he got a girl pregnant don't mean he bi. You know what I'm saying? He do whatever his chief tell him to do. You see what I'm saying? But he really remind me of the guy that said he's delivered. When I see him and Neytiri together and the fake kisses and all that stuff, and her, everything that nigga say ain't that motherfucking funny. When he say something, she dying, slapping her knee, her head tilt back, mouth open. Damn, that nigga ain't that funny. Shit, if he was that funny, he'd be doing stand-up right now. I don't know what he is. He might be sexually ambiguous or androgynous. But, you know, it's something very odd about that guy. Something very odd. And, another thing I wanted to tell you was I believe that they are practicing double think. And I got that from the George Orwell days. You know, in order to be successful in the party, and in order to run the party and stay in power, you have to make people believe that that you agree with them, even though you belong to a secret party whose beliefs are totally opposed to the main party. And that's how they maintain power. So everybody's denouncing Nature Boy and, you know, calling him some lightweight names and saying I ain't fucking with him and he owed me a daughter and all that shit. But what they're doing is practicing double think. But I'm sure they never read the book 1984, and I'm sure they never heard of George Orwell's. But the book should be free on iBooks. It should be free in public domain. And doublethink describes the act of simultaneously accepting two mutually contradictory beliefs as correct. Often in distinct social contexts, it is related to but distinct from hypocrisy and neutrality. So one may claim race is a social construct, and then the contradictory claim is white people are evil and racist. And so in order for you to maintain power and have people think that you are for them, you have to maintain two mutually contradictory beliefs, and one is public and one is private, and that's how you maintain power. So this is what the whole cult is doing. So one might make a claim that they firmly believe in evolution, but the contradictory claim is all individuals are equal. And one might believe only police should have guns, and the other belief is policemen are fascist assholes, or minorities are just as smart, or lower the school test standards, or minorities are just as smart, or stereotypes are wrong, or gingers have no soul, which is hilarious, but this is from way back, 1948. Gingers are red hair, I guess, Eastern Europeans, and I'm going to tell you, back in the day, and maybe still going today, there was a group that were killing men with red hair in Europe. They would take them on a bus, take them out to the field, let them run for a while, and then hunt them down and kill them. And even MIA has a music video about that. And then she married a record exec. And then it was like, what the fuck? You supposed to be anti-corporation and establishment. You supposed to be for the people and the oppressed and the minorities. And then you marry a record executive's son. So everybody's faking the funk. Legalize all drugs would be one claim, and then the opposing contradictory claim would be ban Happy Meals. Dictatorship is bad, and vive la che, or civil discourse is the way. Teabaggers are terrorists. Conservatives use ad hominems, and Republicans are Nazi fascists. Capitalism is evil. Check out my new iPad. You see what I'm saying? Now maybe when I mention iPad, now it's coming to full circle. I can't see the chat room right now. But yeah, and one way you say capitalism is evil. Now, do you see the comparisons? You see the similarity to carbonation? They're holding two views at the same time, and they're presenting one to the public for money, and then the other view is what they really believe. Because you're living in nature, but you're in an Airbnb, and you in your backyard have a 12-foot wall to keep the animals out, and you have tents in a safe, serene area that's protected from nature with your high-tech devices using Wi-Fi. That's doublethink. You see what I'm saying? Iraq, Afghanistan wars are illegal, but Libya wars is not. That's the contradictory claim. Iraq, Afghanistan wars illegal, Libya wars is not. Or Fox News is biased, but MSNBC is not. You see what I'm saying? Oppression of women is wrong, but Islamics are freedom fighters. People hate Obama, racist. Black Republicans are stupid. You see, claim and contradictory claim. Respect to all cultures. Christianity is stupid. Stick it to the man, but bigger government is the answer. Taxation need to be fair. Flat tax. What are you, crazy? See? Death penalty is wrong, but abortions is totally okay. Claim and contradictory claim. Energy prices are too high. We need a carbon tax. Terrorism doesn't defend Islam, but Osama shooting defines the right. No, Oslo shooting defines the right. Support free speech, but enact hate speech. Oh, support free speech on one hand, but enact hate speech laws. See? Support equality and then affirmative action. So, in conclusion, liberals are infantiles, self-contradictory, illiterate of basic political, social, economical principles, and are a threat to civilization as we know it. Grow up and vote right wing. So, if you can translate what I said into carbonation statements and presentations and beliefs and diatribes and the shit that he pontificates, you will see the similarity. He just did it in a hood way. They're holding two principles together side by side, letting you think that they're practicing one principle when deep down when the camera cuts off, they're on a whole nother principle. And they do it in your face. I don't know how someone who's not living in nature can make you believe they live in nature because they're in a vacation home in a foreign country. They don't even care about the people there. They didn't even care to learn how to speak the language. And then they tell you stereotypes about the people there. They don't care about us. They just mind, you know what I'm saying? They're just trying to survive. They just mind and they business. They don't care about what we doing. We doing our thing. They do their thing. As long as we don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with us. And, you know, they just, man, motherfucker, shut up before they come kill you. I'm going to tell you, in Costa Rica, they could have got boiled. They could have got boiled in hot water with vegetables and herbs. I kid you not. A white tourist was in Costa Rica, and a gang kidnapped him, and they found his bones in a pot. They said that this particular gang would do cannibalism to bring good luck to a crime they're about to commit. So if they're about to steal a safe or rob a rival gang, they may pick someone, cook them alive, eat them for good luck to ensure that they defeat their enemy. So somebody like Nature Boy has put his people in jeopardy time and time again when they got into it with the police in Costa Rica. All he had to do was sign a paper, and one of the girls was pregnant. He could have got her to lose her baby. She could have had a miscarriage. He did not take that into consideration. When that other girl jumped, he wanted that girl to jump into a waterfall while she was pregnant. He didn't want to take that into consideration. When Serenity was having her baby, when Eliana was having her baby, all this shit, he didn't give a fuck. And now all this is falling back on him. You know, he did this to himself. It's nothing that I can say. It ain't no amount of trolls in the world. It ain't no amount of phone calls to the embassy, to the police. There's no amount of swatting. Nothing. He did this to himself, and most of the times when he went to jail, it was because a neighbor called the police. We heard Eliana do that same scream when she knocked the curtain out of the window and yelled out the window. She was fighting for her life, and then he's going to play the video after he triggered her. He's going to film her after he triggered her, just like Malia and all these people. They film you, they gas you up, dope you up, trigger you, and then say you crazy. But if you know the dude is a liar from day one, 24/7, we're looking like, why is you? It must be another story. And see, I could do the same with the audio when Eliana broke the doorknob off and hit him with the doorknob and also punched him in the face a few times. When he said stuff, she would respond, but he tried to overtalk her and try to phase that out where you can't hear what she's saying. But when people talk to him, they know they can't get a word in, just like the Russian lady, and they're very precise and they choose their words very carefully. And I heard what Eliana said to him in the video, because he's saying one thing and she's saying something different. It's very weird. If he feels if he talk loud and only present one narrative, you're only gonna listen to the loudest talker, the person that's clear, that's not stuttering. You know. But I'm the type of person that I've talked to people who stutter, people who have cerebral palsy and stuff like that. And just because they may have a speech impediment or something like that doesn't mean that they're dumb. And it might be important to know exactly what they're saying to you. You see? So thank you for your he is weird. And throwing rocks and hiding your hands. I appreciate people showing up and showing out. And I know this is late night and your hands should be resting. There's no need to text unless you have to. I do like going back and forth. I do like dialogue between people. And I know there's a huge time zone difference. But I hope people share this. I hope people catch the playback. And you do have I don't flag people. I don't block people. And I've never hit anybody with a copyright strike for using my material. I encourage you. I beg you to try to spread the awareness and some of the things. I just try to come at a different angle. I don't know it all. I'm not an expert. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about Big O. But I think that the lady made some excellent points to let you know what that neighborhood has to deal with. And there is another audio where they discuss Malia running out butt naked, and then he tried to tell it he tried to tell that story in a humorous way. So I probably will make a video out of that. I won't go live over that, but yeah, it's all good. You're welcome, Evelyn Underwood, Sister Soldier. All right. All right, it's time to roll out. Peace and hair grease.
I'm the magnificent.
Tell them what your name is.
Yo, man, I don't think they heard you. Why don't you tell them what your name is?
His nation.